How NSQF works. The National Skill Qualification Framework is composed of 10 levels, each representing a different level of complexity, knowledge and autonomy required to demonstrate the competence commensurate for that level. Level 1 of the framework represents the lowest complexity, while level 10 represents the highest complexity. Levels are defined by criteria expressed as learning outcomes. Volume of learning denoting national time taken to acquire qualification may also be indicated for some levels and some sectors. But it is important to note that the NSQF levels are not related directly to years of study. They are defined by the extent of demands made of the learner in broad categories of competence, that is professional knowledge, professional skill, core skill and responsibility. Over a lifetime of learning, individuals will move to higher from lower levels to across levels of qualification as they take on new learning and acquire new skills. Each NSQF level is defined by a set of descriptors expressed as learning outcomes. The level descriptors are designed to allow broad comparisons to be made between outcomes of learning. However, it is not the case that every qualification will or should have all the characteristics set out in the level descriptors. Each qualification at an NSQF level may be further defined with reference to curriculum, national contact hours, subjects, duration of studies, workload, trainer quality and type of training institution to indicate what is expected of the learners in terms of ability to do or apply at the end of the learning process. The positioning of two or more qualifications at the same level only indicates that they are broadly comparable in terms of general levels of outcome. It does not indicate that necessarily have the same purpose of content. Some other issues associated with NSQF are given below. National Occupational Standard (NOS). NOS define the measurable performance outcomes required from an individual engaged in a particular task. They list down what an individual performing that task should know and also do. These standards can form the benchmarks for various education and training programs and recruitment range of HRM practices, human resource management practices. Just as each job role may require the performance of a number of tasks and combination of all the NOS corresponding to these tasks would form the qualification pack for the job role. The NOS and QP for each job role corresponding to each level of the NSQF are being formulated by the concerned Sector Skills Council. In the event of there being no SSC for a given sector, or inability or on the part of the SSC to produce the NOS or QPs in timely manner, this responsibility may be assigned by the National Skill Qualification Committee (NSQC) to relevant regulatory body or other entity having experience and knowledge of the sector. Curriculum packages. The competency-based curriculum packages would consist of syllabus, student material, student manual, trainer's guide, training manual, trainer qualifications, assessment and testing guidelines and multimedia packages and e-material. This will be developed for each NSQF level and where relevant for specific qualification packs identified by the SSCs. This may be done by such agencies as the Ministry, Departments, Sector Skills Council and regulatory bodies may designate, or any other body in accordance with the NSQF. NSQF curricula should be modular, allowing for skill accumulation and facilitating exit and entry. Curricula design will also be aligned to credit framework that reflects credits earned and competencies acquired. Training of trainers would also be aligned to the NSQF. Industry engagement. Since the NSQF is based on an outcomes-based approach, participation of the industry and employers is a critical prerequisite for the success of NSQF. Vocational education, vocational training, general education and skill development courses will be designed, developed and delivered, and learners assessed and certified in accordance with the NSQF in consultation with SSCs, industries and employers. In addition to this, the industry may also provide support in terms of providing training institutions. Horizontal and vertical mobility. For horizontal and vertical mobility to take place, the following are essentials. Each level is linked to the ones above and below it by a series of steps. If these steps in any industry sector or academic domain are missing, the NSQF would help identify and map these missing gaps. These gaps would have to be filled, and a key administrative ministry, regulatory bodies already operating in that sector, the SSCs and other stakeholders being part of the NSQC, National Skills Qualification Committee, would need to be consulted in the process. The degree of lateral mobility that is considered desirable would have to be identified by the NSQC, and the same would have to be facilitated through ongoing credit accumulation and transfer. Accordingly, the NSQF would require such regulatory institutions, example UGC, AICTE, NCVT, technical and schools boards, etc., to define each of their entry and exit parameters in terms of competencies equivalable to that level of NSQF, so that the vertical progressions in vocational education would be strengthened. If necessary, reservations for individuals' progression through though these channels can be considered and provided for. For instance, the system would permit vocational pass-outs of class 10 to 12 ITIs and polytechnics to gain entry into higher education program in vocational or technical or general education courses, including degree levels courses such as the Bachelors of Vocational Studies (BVOC), notified by the University Grants Commission. Taking into account the competencies acquired and the credits accumulated, it would also be possible to change courses if desired. Further, persons with skills shall have the option to move between vocational education, vocational training, general and higher education, or vice versa at various stages, using pathways provided by the school boards, universities and colleges. If there are competency gaps identified in a candidate, a bridge course based on modular curricula to acquire those competencies may be imparted by the receiving institutions. International comparability. The NSQF will provide a means of articulation and alignment of the Indian skill qualification levels with those of other countries and regions. This will help in the mobility of Indian NSQF aligned qualification holders to work in or relocate to other parts of the world. The NSQF will also be the means of interface with the various geographical regional frameworks that are developing across the world. Now, the level descriptors. Each level of the NSQF is associated with a set of descriptors made up of 5 outcomes statements, which describe in the general terms the minimum knowledge and skills and attributes that a learner needs to acquire in order to be certified for that level. Each level of the NSQF is described by the statement of learning outcomes in 5 domains known as level descriptors. These 5 domains are: A. Process, B. Professional knowledge, C. Professional skills, D. Core skill and responsibilities. Each of these is briefly described below. Process. The process is generally summary of other 4 domains corresponding to the level. Professional knowledge. Professional knowledge is what a learner should know and understand with reference to the subject. It is described in terms of depth, breadth, kinds of knowledge and complexity. as follows. Depth of knowledge can be general or specialized. Breadth of knowledge can range from a single topic to multidisciplinary area of knowledge. Kinds of knowledge range from concrete to abstract, from segmented to cumulative. Complexity of knowledge refers to the combination of kinds, depth and breadth of knowledge. Professional skills. Professional skills are what a learner should be able to do. These are described in terms of the kinds and complexity of skills and include cognitive and creative skills involving the use of intuitive, logical and critical thinking. Communication skills involving written, oral, literacy and numeracy skills. Interpersonal skills and generic skills. Core skills. Core skills refer to the basic skills involving dexterity and use of methods, materials, tools and instruments used for performing the job, including IT skills needed for that level. Responsibility. Responsibility aspect determines the following: nature of working relationships, level of responsibility for self and others, managing change, accountability for actions. The descriptors are give broad, general but meaningful indicators of the learning outcomes at each level. The descriptors can be used in a number of ways to allocate levels to learning programs and qualifications, in validation and moderation of various qualification programs, as a basis for communication with learners and other users of qualifications, as a guide for mapping progression routes within the across the education and training sectors by program designers when making entry requirements and recommendations for programs. The NSQF level descriptors are given below. Level 1, prepares process required, prepares persons to carry out processes that are repetitive on regular basis, require no previous practices. Professional knowledge, familiar with common trade terminology, instructional words, meaning and understanding. Professional skill, routine and repetitive tasks, repetitive takes safety and security measures. Core skill, reading and writing, addition, subtractions, personal financing, familiarity with social and religious diversity, hygiene and environment. Responsibility. No responsibility always works under continuous instructions and close supervision. Now the level 2 process is prepares persons to carry out processes that are repetitive on regular basis with little application of understanding, more of practice. Now second is professional knowledge, the material, tools and application in a limited context, understanding context of work and quality. Third one is professional skill, limited service skill used in limited context, select and apply tools, assist in professional, works with no variables, differentiates good and bad quality. Now the core skill, receive and transmit written and oral messages, basic arithmetic, personal financing, understanding of social, political and religious diversity, hygiene and environment. Responsibility. No responsibility works under instructions and close supervision. Now the level 2 process is person may carry put a job which may require limited range of activities, routine and predictable. Now second one is basic facts, process and principle applied in trade of employment. Third one, the recall and demonstrate practical skill, routine and repetitive in narrow range of applications. Communication and oral, communication written and oral with minimum required clarity, skill of basic arithmetic and algebraic principles, personal banking, basic understanding of social and natural environment. Now is under close supervision or some responsibility for own work within defined limit. Level 4 process, work in familiar, predictable, routine situation of clear choice. Now our second one is factual knowledge of field of knowledge or study. Recall and demonstrate practical skill, routine and repetitive in narrow range of application using appropriate rule and tool, using quality concepts. Language to communicate written or oral with required clarity, skill to basic arithmetic and algebraic principles, basics understanding of social, political and natural environment. Responsibility for own work and learning. Level 5. Job that requires well developed skill with clear choice of procedures in familiar context. Knowledge of facts, principle, processes and general concept in the field of work or study. A range of cognitive and practical skills required to accomplish tasks and solve problems by selecting and applying basic method, tools, materials and information. Desired mathematical skills, understanding of social, political and some skill of collecting and organizing information communication. Responsibility for own work and learning and some responsibility for others' works and learning. Level 6 demands wide range of specialized technical skills, clarity of knowledge and practice in broad range of activity involving standard, non-standard practices. Factual and theoretical knowledge in broad context within a field of work or study. A range of cognitive and practical skills required to generate solutions to specific problems in the field of work or study. Reasonably good in mathematical calculations, understanding of social, political and reasonably good in data collecting, organizing information and logical communications. Responsibility for own work and learning and full responsibility for others' works and learning. Requires level 7 requires a command of wide-ranging specialized theoretical and practical skill involving variable, routine and non-routine context. Wide-ranging factual and theoretical knowledge in broad context within field of work or study. A wide range of cognitive and practical skills required to generate solutions to specific problems in the field of work or study. Good logical and mathematical skill, understanding of social, political and natural environment, good in collecting and organizing information, communication and presentation skill. Full responsibility for output of group and development. Level 8 comprehensive cognitive, theoretical knowledge and practical skills to develop creative solutions to abstract problems, undertake self-study, demonstrate intellectual independence, analytical rigor and good communication. Now is exercise management and supervision in the context of the work study having unpredictable changes, responsible for development of self and others. Level 9 advanced knowledge and skill, critical understanding of the subject, demonstrating mastery and innovation, completion of substantial research and dissertation. Responsible for decision making in complex technical activities involving unpredictable study work situation. Level 10 highly specialized knowledge and problem solving skill to provide original contribution to knowledge through research and scholarship. Responsible for strategic decision in unpredictable complex situations of work or studies.